Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. For those who don't know me, my name is Bea Piang, and for those who know me, hello again. As you know, we'll be talking about the global economic order in the early years. So, the global economic order in the early years refers to the organization and structure of the global economy during a specific period of time. It encompasses the rules, institutions, and relationships that govern international trade, finance, and economic cooperation among nations. The global economic order before the Bretton Woods institution was based on a nationalist perspective, with European countries focusing on strengthening their national economics through mercantilism. So, mercantilism was an economic theory and practice that emphasized the accumulation of wealth, particularly through export and the acquisition of colonies. European countries pursued policies that aimed to maximize export and minimize imports in order to maintain a favorable balance of trade and accumulate precious metals such as gold and silver. Under this system, countries imposed tariffs and trade barriers to protect domestic industries and promote export. They also established colonies to secure sources of raw materials and markets for their manufactured goods. This approach prioritized national economic interests and competition among nations. However, the Bretton Woods Institution, established in 1944, marked a significant shift in the global economic order. It aimed to promote international economic cooperation and stability, moving away from the nationalist perspective of mercantilism. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th century led to a shift in the global economic order, with European countries adopting a more liberal approach and embracing free trade. So, the Industrial Revolution, which took place in the 18th century, brought about significant changes in the global economic order. It marked a transition from an agrarian and handicraft economy to one dominated by industry and machine manufacturing. So, during this period, the European countries, particularly Britain, experienced a rapid growth in industrial production and technological advancement. This led to an increase in productivity and the development of new industries, such as the textiles, the iron, and coal mining. So, one of the key aspects of the Industrial Revolution was the adoption of a more liberal approach to trade. The European countries embraced free trade policies which allowed for the exchange of goods and services without significant government intervention or restriction. This led to the expansion of global trade networks and the establishment of colonial empires. The liberal approach to trade also promoted economic competition and innovation. So it encouraged countries to specialize in the production of goods and services in which they had a comparative advantage, leading to increased efficiency and economic growth. Overall, the Industrial Revolution and the shift towards free trade had a profound impact on the global economic order, shaping the modern world as we know it today. Great Britain reduced tariffs and repealed corn laws to facilitate product movement. Britain also opened its economy and brought technical knowledge to foreign territories, resulting in the Industrial Revolution. The reduction of tariffs and the repeal of the current laws in Great Britain were significant measures taken to facilitate product movement and promote economic growth during the Industrial Revolution. The tariff means refer to taxes or duties imposed on imported or exported goods by a government. They are a form of trade barrier and are typically levied on goods crossing international borders. A levy means is a sum of money that you have to pay, for example, as a tax to the government. Tariffs can be imposed for various reasons, including protecting domestic industries, generating revenue for the government, or addressing trade imbalances. The current laws, which were in effect between 1850 and 1846, were tariffs and trade restrictions imposed on imported food and grain, including wheat, oats, and barley. These laws were designed to protect domestic producers by keeping the prices of corn high. However, the corn laws had a negative impact on consumers, particularly the working class, as they resulted in higher food prices and limited access to affordable food. The movement to repeal the corn laws gained momentum in the mid 19th century, driven by various factors. The global economic order was bolstered by the 1870 implementation of a single international monetary system by the Great Britain, aiming to facilitate product innovation and supply control. The implementation of a single international monetary system by Great Britain in 1870, known as the gold standard, played a significant role in bolstering the global economic order during that time. The gold standard was a monetary system where the value of a country's currency was directly linked to a fixed amount of gold. Under this system, participating countries agreed to convert their currency into gold at a fixed exchange rate. This created a stable and predictable international monetary framework, facilitating trade and investment. By adopting the gold standard, Great Britain aimed to achieve several objectives. First, it aimed to promote financial stability and confidence in international transactions. The fixed exchange rates provided certainty in currency values, reducing the risk associated with fluctuating exchange rates. Second, the gold standard facilitated product innovation and supply control by providing a stable monetary environment. With a predictable value for their currency, business could plan and invest with greater confidence, leading to increased production and innovation. The third is the gold standard promoted international trade by facilitating the conversion of currencies. It provided a common standard of value that made it easier for countries to conduct trade and settle international payments. The gold standard era, which lasted from 1870 to 1914, saw an increase in global economic integration and trade. However, the system also had its limitations and challenges. It required countries to maintain a sufficient gold reserve to back their currency, which could be a constraint on monetary policy.